Do you love a good mystery? Do you think you could play a game worth $200 million? Then the book for you is The Westing Game by Ellen Raskin. It was written in 1978 and it's considered a children's literary classic. It's the winner of the Newbery Medal Award. When I bought this through Scholastic, I had never heard of it before. I thought it was a much newer book, but after reading it, it does have not too many like pop culture references that date it, but it holds up to the test of time and is remarkably fresh. So The Westing Game is a mystery novel set at an apartment building called the Sunset Towers, owned by mysterious millionaire industrialist Samuel W. Westing. He's like a reclusive character. He got in a car accident and people hadn't seen him in a while. So he chooses these 16 tenants to move into the apartment. These tenants don't necessarily have any connection, or so it seems that they don't have a connection to each other. As the story unfolds, you kind of see how they're connected to each other and to Mr. Westing. So after they move in, they're all invited to the Westing house to read the will of Mr. Westing, because Mr. Westing has turned up dead, murdered in fact, and he wants to play one last game. So the 16 tenants have been chosen for one reason or another to compete against each other in teams of 2, so 8 teams of 2, to compete with clues. So the rules to the game are simple. They have to decipher the clues left them by Mr. Westing in the will. They have to find out which one of the 16 heirs is the murderer, and once they do that, they will win Mr. Westing's $200 million estate. So the stakes are pretty high. This book has everything in it. There's tons of interesting characters, including the Wexlers, the Woos, and the Theodorakis families. There's lots of hidden secrets that become uncovered throughout the telling of the story. There's lots of mischief going on in the story, mostly through one of the main characters, who's a 13-year-old girl named Turtle. There's lots of strategies. Each group is given clues that the other groups don't have, and so they have to decide if they want to come together in on their clues or if they just want to stay individual teams. There's a subplot in there about bombing. There's family drama and much more going on in the story. It's a short read at only 216 pages. Each chapter is split up. Some chapters range from like 5 pages to about 15 pages, so it's easy to get through. It's a page turner all the way through, so you won't be able to put it down. I think readers will really enjoy keeping track of all the clues and the twists and turns and all the things that come out during the telling of the story, and the challenge of solving the mystery for themselves before the mystery is resolved at the end. So, if you are into mysteries and you feel like you could play the Westing Game, I would pick up a copy of The Westing Game by Ellen Raskin.